the other places we can go. Like here. Because there's an astral fissure that needs sealing. And I'm fighting against Astaroth? Oh, holy shit, I just noticed. Maybe that Sephiroth guy I fought against was another person's character. Oh, shit. Oh. Yeah, that's also a random surprise. Gaijin Guma did, the fucking people from Warframe as the next Witch Ninja episode. Alright, this guy is a tough one, so... Holy crap. Look at that fucking damage. Probably boost up my health against this fight. Because that's a lot of damage. Seriously. Compare my weapon. The highest amount of damage you can do is about 493. His weapon does about 700. He's
Battle 1. Fight! Take this! Break apart! Break apart!
Thought as much. Gosh damn it, though.
Battle 2. Fight!
This is all I got!
Take this!
Oh no!
Is that it? Get a load of this! Up you go! Is that it? Get a load of this! Up you go!
That's right, fuck you. It's my first real victory.
Final battle!
Fuck you!
Face! Ready to die now?
This is all I got!
Time to die! Now you've done it!
That's right, fuck you, man. Of course it had to have some kind of stupid thing like only soul charge attacks are effective. Seriously.
Your soul surges in your body.
Alright, let's just take a moment to relax after a battle like that. Alright. Going back to Athens, a shadow in the dark. When I arrived, I told him how poorly things had gone. I see. Well, you will not be pleased to know that our efforts have been similarly disappointing. However, certain facts have become clear. Firstly, the Black Demon is said to use a sword. Secondly, it operates only at night. Thirdly, after analyzing our few eyewitness reports, we can now say with certainty that the demon's actions are similar to those of an outsider. This indicates that it is no longer in control of itself. So, all this means... Dion paused. It is highly likely that if the organization found out, they would classify the demon as an outsider. If the Black Demon is indeed Grow, we'll all need to prepare ourselves to accept that. Natalie and I are doing what we can to keep this information quiet for now. Dion unraveled a map on the table. This may help somewhat. It shows every location where the Black Demon has been sighted. We have removed irrelevant sighting locations from this map, based on the skill level of the victims, the appearance and weapon used by the assailant, and so on. However, the death of witnesses means we cannot guarantee the validity of our information. The three of us shared our thoughts as we looked over the map. Despite talking for hours, we could not reach any concrete conclusion on where or how to continue our search. The data was just too scarce. I've been wondering, what did Grow do before joining Aval? Natalie's question was sudden and unexpected. I believe Sir Grow has always been part of the organization. Not quite. It is true that he was raised by the organization from a young age, but if I remember correctly, he and Sir Curtis were from the same area. Well, in that case, I suppose Sir Grow is somewhere in Scandinavia. So it is unclear how exactly he came to join Aval. Thinking back, Grow had spoken about missing his homeland and let slip that he endured fierce blizzards there. It would make sense if he was from somewhere in the north. We will continue our investigations. You do the same. Keep your wits about you. The information we have on the Black Demon suggested is no ordinary outsider. Even if you find it, approach with caution and retreat at the first sign of danger. Remember, you are not alone. I nodded, then set out once again. Holy crap, it just took me here automatically. Also, why is there one right out in the ocean? With the information I obtained from Dion and Natalie, I was able to surmise approximately where Grow's homeland was. Up to that point, I had been on a wild goose chase. I'd learned some small things about the Black Demon, but had no true leads. This time, however, I had an inkling I was headed in the right direction. Before me lay a sublimely beautiful sight, a rugged land of great glaciers and awe-inspiring vistas. The cold, however, was less pleasant. If I was careless, I'd freeze to death. I lit a fire and warmed myself by it as I waited for the sun to set. No moon shone in the sky that night. The soft snow seemed to absorb all sound, silencing the calls of beast and bird. The crackle of my campfire seemed deafening. From afar, I heard footsteps crunching through the snow, the steady 1-2 rhythm indicating a human. I was unable to ascertain how far away they were, but they seemed to be heading toward me. Not wanting to take any chances, I readied my weapon. The footsteps grew nearer and then stopped. The fire crackled. I called but received no reply. A piece of wood on the fire snapped with a loud crack. Oh yeah, it's Grow. A bestial cry filled the air, and a shadowy assailant jumped out of the darkness. I was barely able to deflect a lightning-fast slash. In the glow of the fire, I could just make out a swordsman in the black uniform of the Aval organization. His mad blood-red eyes caught mine, and a chill ran up my spine. It was Grow. Why you looking, Zave? Twice, 3 times, our weapons clashed. It was clear I was the prey, not the predator. Dion's words flashed through my mind. I kicked the logs on the fire into the air. A piece of burning wood struck Grow in the face, sending him reeling back. Quick as a flash, I turned away and ran for my life. From behind me, I heard a terrifying howl echo through the chilly night air. As I feared, the Black Demon was indeed Grow. However, he had completely lost himself to malfestation, and his now unfettered strength was incredible. He was as strong as when he defeated Aswell, perhaps even stronger. It would have been foolish to try and overpower him. Should I seek the help of the Aval organization? No, there was another I should find first. Zaslamel. He taught me how to become strong enough to bring down Aswell, and may know of a way to face Grow's might. Though I hated to leave Grow like this, I decided to search for Zaslamel. It was no small feat trying to track down the scythe-wielding sage, but somehow I managed to locate him in Ostreinsburg. You. What do you want? I explained how I'd found Grow, but needed to know how to defeat him. That man was of great interest to me, despite his connection to the Aval organization. You need not do anything for him. He has lost all control and rampages like a mad bull. Though he has incredible strength now, it will wane in time, and when the last drop drains from him, claim his soul. I told Zasalmel how I'd promised to kill Grow should he turn. After a brief pause, Zasalmel spoke. The sword you used to kill Aswell may be able to strike down your malfested friend too. Can you still sense the sword? I closed my eyes and concentrated. It was faint, but the blade still called out to me. You may still be able to summon it, however, your task will not be easy. Then again, you already know that. This time, you may have to sacrifice a good portion of your remaining life to manifest the sword, and if you fail, well, you will very likely perish. So, think hard before you act. I told him I would fight Grow, whatever the cost. Those of limited lifetimes often behave in strange ways. Very well. Do as you please. In the blink of an eye, Zasalmel disappeared. I suppose he was finished with me, for now. Save him and the sword's guiding glint, arms of the gods. Oh. Let's do that one first. When I returned to the Shrine of Eurydice, I ran into a young man and woman who apparently had a deep connection to that place. I think I'm about to fight against Sophithia if it is. Neither you nor your opponent take damage while soul charged. Alright. At the entrance to the shrine stood a man and a woman, who greeted me as I arrived. Hello. Have you come to worship here too? You revere the gods of old? Where are my manners? My name is Sophithia, and this is Rothian. I gave them my name. Apparently they both came here often and wanted to know who I was. I see. So this is not your first visit. That weapon! Am I mistaken, or is that not? I showed Rothian the items Hephaestus had bestowed upon me. They closely resembled the arms enshrined here at this very temple. Oh, I did not mean to insinuate anything. I'm a swordsmith by trade. Those of us living in this area offer gifts of our creations to Hephaestus, the god of the forge, in hopes of earning his favor. There have been rumors lately that the offerings we make here are disappearing, and I thought for a moment that perhaps... Sophithia gave the flustered Rothian a gentle smile. Perhaps we can clear up your doubts by crossing swords with this warrior. Forgive my forwardness, Ethan, but would you do me the honor of a small duel? Still though, if we become undamageable in soul charge, then that means I should get soul charge as quickly as possible.
Battle 1. Fight!
Forgive me. No!
I can do this!
Battle 2. Fight!
This is all I got!
My resolve will never falter. That's it. Get there. Here goes. Again. Here. Again.
Alright, can you just stop for a moment? You sure about that?
I won't lose.
3. Fight!
Well,
Watch this!
get there. Forgive me. Yeah.
Watch this!
Crap, she didn't even give me a chance to use Soul Charge.
Battle 4. Fight!
Ready?
Never seen that happen before.
This is all I got!
Not yet.
No mercy! One strike! Crush you!
Just so don't get up. Here.
There we go. That was close. Knocked Sophia off balance, or so I thought. She crouched and unleashed a lightning-quick thrust. I moved to parry, but saw that I was never going to make it in time. I prepared myself for the blow, but somehow my weapon moved faster than I thought possible, and I managed to deflect back. I was surprised to see both her weapon and mine glowing with the same otherworldly light. I see that you too have been blessed with the god's favor. Sophia lowered her weapon. With the battle over, Rothian gave an almighty sigh. So that is what a battle between two holy warriors look like. And my word, what a spectacle. Your sword skills are phenomenal. For fuck's sake, I can't even talk. Your sword skills are phenomenal, Sophie. Thank you, Rothian. Ethan, I must apologize for pressing you to fight. Rothian and I are to be wed. We came here today with the intention of returning my battle gear to the shrine. For a moment, Sophia hung her head as if in shame. When she raised it again, a beautiful smile adorned her face. With one such as you fighting with the blessings of the gods, I can rest easy. Thank you so much for everything. Well, at least that explains why the weapons and armor here sometimes disappear. The gods entrust them to others too. Protect you as well. Gosh damn it. Sophia and Rothian walked side by side to the altar and returned their sacred items. I took my leave, hoping in my heart that their future together would be bright. Oh yeah, if you remember the canon, it's not. Because Rothian dies, Sophia dies, Pyrrha gets kidnapped, Patroclus becomes a dick. Pyrrha's totally best girl, though, from Soul Calibur 5. I don't care what anyone else says. Let's try to save him now. Before I face down Grow, I decided to once again pay a visit to the Evol organization's base. I had no intention of asking for help, but thought I should explain my intentions. Sir Grow. Dion's eyes were filled with anguish. The Black Demon's list of victims grows longer daily. It will soon be impossible to keep the rest of the Aval in the dark. Eventually, we will have to speak about you too, as part of our report on the Black Demon. That will be the point of no return. Even if it is true that his power will eventually wane and he will die, Aval will not stand idly by to watch it happen. Sir Grow's fate would be to die like at the hands of his hunters, without honor and as an outsider. I cannot bear even the thought of it. Is there really no other way? I cannot concede defeat just yet. When I told Dion I wished to defeat Grow myself, he let out an enormous sigh. And so be it. It is in your hands, and I relay my report to the organization. As I went to leave the room, Dion called out to me. Ethan, I leave Sir Grow's fate in your hands. I told him I would fulfill my promise to Grow and made my exit. The wintry tundra spread before me as far as the eye could see, and to fulfill my promise to Grow, the path ahead was clear, and nothing could make me stray from it. I have a feeling I'm gonna have to eat garden a lot. I returned to the snowy field where I had encountered Grow. With my weapon ready, I scoured the area in the hope of finding my opponent before he found me. Unfortunately, he was not so easy to track down. But perhaps Grow had sensed that I was looking for him. He found me before the sun set. I could feel his madness, his bloodlust. There was nothing left of the noble man I once knew. The time for words was over.
Battle 1. Fight!
This is gonna be hard. I gotta fight against anime. He's at his full strength. Seriously?
Battle 2. Fight!
Fucking hell. Did that move, really?
Battle 3. Fight! Destroy your soul! Destroy! Watch this!
There we go. Holy crap.
4. Fight! Destroy! Destroy!
is Holocaust!
Ha!
Watch this!
Damn it, he knocked off my pants. What is everyone's obsession with breaking off Ethan's pants?
This is Holocaust! This is Holocaust!
Kill me!
No mercy! Can you take this? Up for good!
Alright, well, this should kill you. Probably.
Showdown!
But this is for taking off my pants, you son of a bitch.
Give it up!
Wow, I thought I was going to brutally lose to Grow a million times like I did with Astaroth and Inferno and Aswell and all these other freaking characters. Yoshimitsu too.
Forgive me.
We got a cutscene.
You fought hard. I was prepared to die, but instead have incurred a great debt. Over. I must investigate the astral fissure said to still be open. I will find some way to use my power, other than just for eliminating my enemies, as you did. No doubt our paths will cross again. When that time comes, do not hesitate to let me know if I can help. So long. It has been a great pleasure.
Yeah! Grow's still alive! And it's playing credits again. That's great. We don't care. We just want to do real story stuff.
Your soul surges in your body.
Oh. Nice. You're now available to sign contracts with elite mercenaries at Yangguan's recruitment agency. Unsung Hero. I just want to see what this other one is real quick. Fortress of... Oh! Fortress of Illusion, eh? Great, I think that's an achievement. I'll go to that after I'm done with Unsung Hero. With the deed done, I return to the Eval organization's base. I cannot thank you enough, Ethan, for saving Sir Grow from that miserable existence. Personally, my feelings are mixed. However, that does not change the fact that your actions have saved a great many lives. Thank you. Their passionate responses caught me off guard. It was clear how much Grow meant to them, and to Eval. Unsure what else to say, I told him all I had done was to keep a promise. I asked if Grow had gotten in contact with them. Yes, once. Alas, it seems he has decided not to return to the organization. It is highly likely that the rest of Eval now knows he possesses outsider powers, thus his decision is understandable. If we could only think of a way to keep it hidden. That would be far too dangerous. It is still my belief that Sir Grow will return to us one day. Yes, it will be a glorious, like a noble king returning in triumph. Judging by Dion's words, though Grow intended to stay away from the Eval organization, they would not simply leave him be. As Grow himself said, it was possible we would meet again. It occurred to me that everything he and I had done would remain one of history's forgotten secrets. Be that as it may, at least I could say I had no regrets. And who knows, perhaps the journeys and great deeds of us nameless warriors would be passed down as myth and legend, and live on for the rest of time. For the first time in what seemed like forever, I thought to the future. Achievement unlocked. Farewell to a bleak winter. Complete the main story of Libra's Skull with the skills tipped towards... Skills tipped towards what? Oh, with the skills tipped towards good. Good. Okay. I thought that was what he was going to say. Like I said, I'll possibly do an evil playthrough for the channel as well. I haven't officially decided yet. Let's go back to the Fortress of Illusion, because I know there's an achievement for that. Let me just double check. Yeah, just beat it. That's all. Okay. During my travels, I passed by a familiar place. I remember meeting Geralt near it so long ago. I followed my memory to where I had first sighted the fortress, but when I arrived, I found it was gone. Vanished without a trace. The mountains, the trees, everything was exactly as I remember it, but the fortress was nowhere to be seen. I gazed over the lush meadow before me, and my mind searching for the answers. Then I noticed an old man, wrapped in a long black cloak, standing where the fortress should have been. You there. Do you know what happened here? The old man spoke, his eyes closed. One evening, about a year past, there was a great storm. I became separated from my companion. Lost, I wandered in the wet and cold. Then, from nowhere, the voice of an angel spoke to me and led me here. That night, I discovered this here. On no map was it noted, yet I am not mistaken. It was here. Who was this man? He continued his story, his eyes still closed. I stayed the night there. Though the castle was ancient and worn, there was evidence that others still dwelled there. In its halls, I found fantastic furniture, mysterious objects, and a plethora of books written in a strange tongue. Thinking back, perhaps they were tomes of mystical knowledge. Modesty aside, I would have you know I'm a great scholar, and yet even I could fathom neither the era nor folk responsible for those arcane symbols. See for yourself, these are which I speak. The old man produced scrolls, bizarre characters inscribed upon them. What was that fortress? Why did it disappear? I must know these answers, and that is why I remained here. Yeah, it came from another dimension. That may be! The man opened his eyes wide, and he blazed with excitement. Another dimension? Of course! I never considered that possibility, but it rings true. The angel's voice was a beacon that guided me across the very fabric of reality. My presence here in this banal place suggests that theory. Supports that theory. Could a fortress of such magnitude just vanish from this world without a trace? Of course not! So the castle must have never existed here at all. Rather, I traveled to a point where worlds meet. A rare place where I was given a hiccup and it made me fucking stutter. Where dimensions overlap and the pure verities become manifest. Thus, the words I discovered in that fortress must be of the celestial tongue of the angels themselves. The archangel that guided me there recognized the purity and devotion in my heart, and revealed to me the universal language that I may deepen my understanding of the cosmos. Listen to this nut job. The little man waved the scraps of paper around excitedly. Excellent! Without you, this heaven-sent opportunity would have passed me by. You yourself must be yet another revelation sent by the angel. A guide to the prophecies. Thank you, heavenly messenger. Please take this. He pushed a heavy bag into my hands before turning and hobbling away. I called out to him and asked his name. The old man glanced back at me. My name? John D. Philosopher, scholar, and witness to the world of angels. Or words of angels. Fuck. It wasn't until much later I discovered the old man was a brilliant alchemist who was the talk of noble courts all over the globe. The legendary White Wolf. Protective Moonstone. And now that's gone and I suddenly get the... How is it no one's gotten that achievement? Or barely anyone, actually. 2.4% of players that have done this have gotten the achievement. Are you shitting me? Like, seriously. It's right there. 2.39% of gamers. Yeah, so I was right. 2.4%. How is it that they haven't gotten it? Okay, hold up. Explore surrounding area. There's a quest at Ostreinsberg. What's going on there? And there's a quest at the Scandinavian Peninsula. We're going to Ostreinsberg first. Sins of the Past. The Aval organization has asked me to seek a shard from the cursed sword. In search of clues, I made my way to Ostreinsberg Castle, where the air chilled me to the bone. Oh, cool. During my travels, I received a written request from one of the Aval organization's agents. The document asked me to search for fragments of the cursed sword that had been scattered around the world. With the Azure Knight defeated, there had been reports of pieces of the sword being found in all corners of the globe. Aval's requests were rarely this vague, but it was still worth looking into. Without much information to go on, I thought it practical to begin my investigation where it all began. And so I decided to head for Nightmare's former base, Ostreinsberg Castle. The Hall of the Chosen glittered in the pale moonlight. I searched the area, but found nothing resembling any fragments. Just then, something red glinted among the debris. I moved closer and shifted the rubble to the side to reveal a small metal shard. When I tried to sense the object's aura, it didn't seem to be a piece of the cursed sword. Though I thought it best to leave the shard be, my hand was reaching for it as if I was not in control. A fog began to consume my mind. My instinct shouted at me to flee, but my body wouldn't obey. My fingers brushed the fragment. I'm fighting against Inferno again. In a flash, memories flooded my consciousness, memories that weren't my own. My head throbbed with an old familiar pain. A pinprick of light appeared before me, growing brighter and brighter. I shielded my eyes, and then... I'm probably fighting against Inferno. Before I knew it, I was staring at an opponent, my weapon at the ready. But I wasn't me, I was someone else, or at least a memory of them. I was locked in battle with a man wielding a large sword. This man had killed my father, Frederick. He was the source of all the chaos and horror that had afflicted me. I must kill this man and claim my revenge. The man with the large sword spoke. Nightmare! You are the sins of my past. I will destroy you and bring an end to this living hell. I let out a wild yell and swung my sword to slice the head from the man's body, to let him know my father's pain. Huh. So am I playing as Siegfried is what I'm hearing? This is what must have happened when Siegfried went to try and save Soul Calibur from Inferno and Nightmare. To try and confront his past. What are you doing?
Battle 1. Fight!
Good, I made the right choice there.
Eat this! Ready?
There we go. It's one. I haven't seen that move since Soul Calibur 5. Just barely won there. Pardon. As suddenly as the memory had begun, it ended. My vision returned to normal and my headache subsided. I blinked and looked around. I was back in the Hall of the Chosen. The moon hadn't even shifted, like time itself had stood still. The metal shard I had touched had vanished. My hands were empty, and the shard was nowhere to be seen. It was as though it had never even existed. Was it a fragment of the cursed sword or something else? I left the castle wondering what I should make of the incident, and if I should tell the Eval what I had seen.
Your soul surges in your body.
A chance encounter with the girl. Which girl? A golden-haired warrior. The second samurai. The golden-haired warrior sounds like either Sofiti or Siegfried. Let's go and search the strength first.
A warrior stands in your way.
I figured as much. Opponent's high attacks do more damage, but I can get a random reward from this if I win. So, I'm hoping I win.
Watch this!
There we go. Stopped her in her tracks. Granted, I could easily be stopped in my tracks by another warrior. It tends to be that. Seeks level 40. No. Whew. A worthy opponent awaited me at the end of my journey. Their style is being kept secret. But you know what? If fighting them somehow gets me another weapon, that'd be nice. I also should have paid attention to what kind of challenge we have to face. Are we gonna be on a fucking slippery map? I should have paid attention.
Battle 1. Fight!
Nope. Their health just recovers over time.
This is it.
Watch this! One strike! Watch this!
Battle 2. Fight!
Oh, they got invincible armor. Wish I had invincible armor. Ugh.
Battle 3. Fight!
so mean. Ram level 35. That sucks.